Hello everyone, I'm Santiago and today I'm going to be testing Max Payne 3 on the GTX 950. I tested this before on the GeForce GTX 750 Ti, so if you want to check that out, I left a link in the description below, so you can do that. And for FPS monitoring, I'm using cam. If you want to use it like me, check on the top right corner of the video where the cam logo is, or read the description below to learn more. So Max Payne 3, developed by Rockstar, and it's a good PC port. You can choose DirectX 9, DirectX 10, 10.1 or DirectX 11. I suggest you choose DirectX 11. Then we can choose the resolution here. I will start with 1440p, then 1080p, and maybe later 4K. You can use VSync on rough here. You can choose the aspect ratio. Then we have texture quality, normal, high, very high, just that. Shader quality, normal or high, just two options. Shadows, you can turn them off, normal, high, or very high. Reflections the same, off, normal, high, or very high. Quality, normal, high, very high. Then we have FXAA, post-process anti-aliasing. Then we have MSAA, which is a more strong type of anti-aliasing. We have to restart the game in order to apply this setting. It's very demanding, so don't even try to turn it on. Then we have anisotropic filtering, 2 times, 4 times, up to 16 times. Then ambient occlusion, we have SSAO, screen space ambient occlusion, or HDAO, which I think is high definition ambient occlusion, I'm not sure. I think this is the one from AMD. We'll try the one from AMD, then SSAO. And then we have desolation. You can turn it off, normal, high, or very high. You need DirectX 11 for this. And that's pretty much it. As you can see here, we have down here, video memory. We have like in GTA 5, how much memory is being used from the graphics card. We have a lot of spare memory here, so I'm going to start with this and then tweak a couple settings in order to maintain it perfectly. That's pretty much what you have to tweak. I mean, there's a lot of options. No VSync, please. And well, on the gameplay was usually very stable, but the problem is usually the cinematics. The cinematics usually drop the game below 60. It depends in which part you play. As you can see here, I'm dropping a little below 60. That's due to the recording mostly. The game is above 60 most of the time at 1440p, so nothing to worry about there. Alright. Some pills.
Boss lady. Only this time she wasn't calling for more liquor in her cocktail.
Oh yeah, you're right, Max. Alright. So as you can see here, we're dropping below 60. Let's try something else. So I was saying it was due to the recording, but if you choose SSAO, it should fix the problem. There's not much of a difference, and as you can see now, we are pretty much at 60. And it doesn't make much of a difference actually. But yeah, keep this in mind, this is 60 frames per second, max settings 1440p. I mean, it's way higher than 1080. So that's very impressive. It's a great port, as I said before. Yeah, it's a Rockstar game, but it drops below 60 on cutscenes, but you're not controlling anything, so I won't count it as a bad thing. Come on, let me skip.
Who the hell's Rodrigo?
I don't know, man.
You can even play this with 4 GB of RAM, because the game uses like 3.4 GB, so we're fine. I mean, it mostly depends on the section of the game.
I imagine the elevator door.
It usually drops as much to 50 in cutscenes, but on actual gameplay is pretty much at 60. You can, I mean, disable some stuff like shadows from very high, move them to high, which it isn't much of a difference, just a little less sharp, but that's pretty much it. As you can see here, we have 70 frames per second here, so nothing bad to say about this, at least not right now, and it's silky smooth.
I didn't need to give them more of a head start.
And you can keep shooting. Yeah, this game is pretty awesome, and you can get it very cheap on on key
It looked
sites
they were
like
taking you out
G2A,
to the
Kingwin.
basement. Maybe I still had a shot.
I think I got this for $13 on a Steam
Rodrigo
sale
was
a
too
long
rich
time
a
ago.
prize.
You're gonna get it for less than 5, I guess, or for 5 only. Yeah, not expensive at all.
They weren't far ahead. Once I opened the door, I'd actually have to come up with a plan.
Yep, a plane. Oh yeah, it's just insane the amount of FPS that we're getting. Let's now switch to 1080p. Whoops. Just 1080. And we're keeping HDAO instead of SSAO. And we apply the changes. Let's see how we do here. And now remember the highest setting, even HDAO, no VSync, 1080p, and we are having 116 frames per second, which is nuts. It's double the double the refresh rate of the monitor. Whoa. 5 for 1. Awesome. Yeah, they are pretty dumb. I got him. And yeah, mostly we have a 60. For some reason here it dropped, but we will recover probably.
You're okay. You're okay.
Well, this is a cutscene, so I cannot pause the game, as you can see here. I'm gonna go into the options menu.
Come with me.
As you can see, the frame rate dropped very drastically due to the cutscenes. They seem to have way higher detail. So, yeah. Don't care about the cutscenes much, since you're not in control of the game. So, whatever. Gameplay is almost, perfect. It doesn't drop below 60 on 1080p. And on 1440p, it might drop below 60 if you use HDAO instead of SSAO. But it's totally fine. I'm not trying 720p or 900p probably due to the insane performance that would give. It will be above 100 frames per second, since it already runs awesome on 1080p. On 900p or 720 it will be above 100 frames per second. So in my opinion it's nonsense to test those.
Normal cars. I don't know about this stuff, politics. Everywhere politics. Shit, Max, you look kind of beat up. Let's get this.
Oh yeah, the thing is I cannot skip this, unfortunately. It doesn't matter if you are replaying the mission or something like that. You still have to. And you know we're seeing 800 frames per second. This is a video, it's a cutscene. That's why I'm having such a high frame rate. It's not playing the game right now, it's just a cutscene, a video. So keep that in mind. I might speed it up so you don't have to watch it, so see you in a second. Okay, so now I'm back, and as you can see we're at 1080, and there are a lot of stuff happening here. Bye bye. Alright, I got them all.
I hadn't seen it coming.
And as you can see here, after that, all those effects, we're getting almost 100 frames per second. For some reason, in that moment, it just dropped to 70, for some reason. But now it runs totally fine.
The doors had been...
Alright. But yeah, as you can see on 1080p, it's totally playable. Nothing to worry about. Let's now change into 900p. If you want better performance, as I said, HDAO, put it SSAO, or the shadows, turn them to high, and that's it. Now 900p. I said I won't test it, but whatever. I know the frame rate will be insanely high. And as you can see, totally fine on 900p too. Max settings. That's it, bam. Bye bye, amigo. Yeah, they're coming here. And I got them all. But yeah, as you can see, 900p, insanely high. So it's kind of pointless.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So let's try 720 now, since I don't see any reason to keep trying 900p. So 720p. And as you can see on 720, we're not even using all the GPU, and we're having 80 frames per second. We're using like 60 to 70% of the GPU. That's due to the CPU. If you want more FPS, you'll need a better CPU. But why would you want more? I mean, it's already way above 60. So I don't see, in my opinion, it's pointless. So let's go up to 1440p. Better 4K. I really did 1440p. Let's do 4K. And I will change some stuff. Shadows on high. FXA on normal. Water quality on normal. Reflections on high. HDAO and tessellation on normal. That should do. Let's hope it runs well. So we're having 33 frames per second. As you can see. This is like on consoles, for saying some way. The frame rate, of course, not the resolution.
Happy, healthy ex-cop? Give me a break.
But as you can see, it's running fine. Mostly 30. 30 is the worst case scenario.
Arguing about it was time for me to add my 2 cents.
There we go. So yeah, don't play it at 4K. That's just my opinion. You're better off playing it at 1080p or 1440p, because you can get 60s, so why would you want to play at below 60? It's just, well, it's just sharper on a 1080p monitor. If you have a 4K panel, well, you might want to play at 4K, but get a better video card. It's easy to get 60s on 4K on this game with other cards. With this one, you might want to lower the settings even more if you want 60s. But this is mostly 30 to 50 frames per second, depending on the situation.
I didn't know what they were, but this was a nightclub, and I'd never been a picky eater.
As you can see now, 30s. That's pretty much the worst case scenario.
I had to get to the roof.
So I'll skip this part, because I cannot, for the moment I cannot skip this.
Bad idea, but in the continued absence of any good,
Let me see.
I decided to go with it.
Yeah, I cannot skip this for now. I will speed it up for you guys, so see you in the next one.
I guess my
Okay guys, so now I'm back here after the cutscene. Yeah, it's very hard to aim with it. We aim with this red dot sight. And remember, this is 4K. Alright, I got him. There we go. So yeah, 4K. You know what to do. So let's go back to 1440p, which is well, the best you can do for now. FXAA, SSAO, and tessellation very high. So apply the changes, 1440p, and now we are totally fine. Way smoother frame rate. It's easier to aim like this, trust me. So yeah, you can play at 1440p at the highest, or anything below 1440p. If you want to play at 4K, you have to lower the settings a lot in order to get a good frame rate. So I suggest you use 1440p or lower on the 950. Oh, come on. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. I'll play a little more for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.
We get out of this alive? You two are fire!
Is that a promise?
Give me a break.
Move, you're gonna lose her! She's headed for the roof! Gotta get around this thing!
Come on.
Eu não disse que eu ia te pegar. Você foi fácil demais.
She's headed inside, past her.
Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso! Ela não vale a pena. Temos a mulher do branco. Foi por isso que...
The odds on Giovanna still being alive were getting worse by the second, and if Fabiana wasn't dead already, I was guessing pretty soon she'd start wishing she was. I was up for one god-awful performance review. This was a mess. Where the hell was Passos?